Today, we are going to study a very important concept in physics, non-contact forces. This topic helps us understand how objects can affect each other without touching. Many students find this confusing at first, but by the end of this lesson, everything will become clear. In earlier lessons, we studied force and contact forces, forces that require physical contact, such as friction and normal force. Now we move to a different category. Some forces act silently, invisibly, and continuously, even when objects are far apart. These are called non-contact forces. A non-contact force is a force that acts on an object without direct physical contact. In simple words, the objects are not touching, yet one object can still pull or push another. In physics, there are three main non-contact forces: gravitational force, magnetic force, and electrostatic force. Let us understand them one by one. We begin with the most familiar force, gravitational force. Gravitational force is the force of attraction between any two objects that have mass. Every object in the universe attracts every other object. However, the strength of gravity depends on mass. Because the Earth has a very large mass, its gravitational pull is very strong. That is why objects fall toward the Earth. Ask yourself this: why does a dropped object fall downward? Why does a thrown ball come back down? Why do we stay on the ground instead of floating away? The answer is gravity. Earth pulls everything toward its center without touching it. Even right now, gravity is acting on your body. You do not need to touch the Earth for gravity to affect you. That is why gravitational force is a non-contact force. Let us look at a few real-life examples of gravity. When you drop a pen, it falls straight down. Rain falls from clouds toward the ground. The Earth revolves around the sun due to the sun's gravitational pull. The moon revolves around the Earth because of Earth's gravity. One important thing to remember is this: gravitational force is always attractive. It never repels. Now let us move to the second non-contact force, magnetic force. Magnetic force is the force exerted by a magnet on another magnet or on magnetic materials like iron. Unlike gravity, magnetic force can be attractive or repulsive. Every magnet has two poles, north and south. Like poles repel each other. Unlike poles attract each other. This attraction and repulsion happen without contact. We see magnetic force in daily life. Magnets stick to refrigerator doors. A compass needle aligns with Earth's magnetic field to show direction. Electric motors use magnetic force to create motion. High-speed maglev trains float using magnetic repulsion. All of this happens without physical touch. Now let us discuss the third non-contact force, electrostatic force. Electrostatic force is the force between electric charges. Objects become charged due to rubbing or friction. There are two types of charges, positive and negative. Like charges repel each other. Unlike charges attract each other. Again, this force acts without touching. You experience electrostatic force more often than you realize. Clothes sometimes stick together after drying. Lightning is a powerful electrostatic discharge between clouds and the Earth. Dust sticks to TV and mobile screens due to electric charges. Now let us compare all three non-contact forces. Gravitational force acts between masses and is always attractive. Magnetic force acts between magnets and can attract or repel. Electrostatic force acts between charges and can also attract or repel. All three forces act at a distance and do not require physical contact. Before we end, remember this: physics is not just about formulas. Physics explains how the universe works. Invisible forces control visible motion. Gravity keeps us on Earth. Magnetic force powers modern technology. Electrostatic force creates lightning and static electricity. When you understand non-contact forces, you start thinking like a physicist. That is all for today's lesson. Keep observing the world around you because physics is happening everywhere. Thank you for listening.